The reason the digital asset market is so successful and thriving right now is because creatives and hobbyists want to become more efficient, more creative, more productive, want to be more successful, want to have more fun, make more money. That's the whole point. That's why people spend money on digital assets. Now, as creators, whether you're consuming these digital assets or producing them, you want to become more efficient, more productive, have more fun. So that's why the evolution of the process by which we create these continues to happen, because we're not satisfied with the status quo. We want to make things better. And that's the reason this set of tutorials exists. Look, I'll cut to the chase right now. I'm going to hit Option Command 0. Don't hit Option Command O or Bridge opens up. So make sure you hit Option Command 0. This is a starter file that I'm going to give you. And I'm not only going to give it to you, I'm going to give it to you finished, because I know some of you are so lazy you won't do the steps. But I still would like you to work and have some fun with this. But the rest of you, I'm going to take you through the process of how to create these things. I'll tell you right now, this starter file, I'm rethinking it. The leftovers and combo are important and useful. Maybe we need a couple more white spaces to build what we're building, but for right now, this will get you started. Now remember, lazy bones, I'm going to give you the completed file. But for everybody else, you're going to learn how to create this cube that we can, before I drag it out there, I want to make sure I'm on the right layer. See how it says cube of symbols? Cube of symbols. This artboard right here, I'm going to drag that cube right over here, and I'm going to put it out of the center on purpose, because then I'm going to pull up the align panel, window align, and make sure that I've got the entire align panel so I can see this align to artboard and center horizontally and vertically. Great, but this isn't a cube of symbols, it's just a symbol by itself. We need to break the link and then ungroup twice. Shift Command G, 1, 2, and then break the link, because right now this is a column. So we need to select everything, break the link, Shift Command G, 1, 2, and now we have a cube of symbols. If I grab that one, and you can see, boom, hit Command Z to undo. Click back on this artboard to activate it, because I activated that artboard when I drug that over there. Now this is a cube of symbols. We want to preserve this because this is important for future uses, okay? Trust me on this. So we copy this, Command C. Then we come down to our cube of cubes and make sure we switch to the cube of cubes layer. And then Command F, not V, F. F is going to drop it right where it is in relationship to this artboard. So it's going to drop it right back into the center. How cool is that? But it's a cube of symbols, not a cube of cubes. So we need to break the link. And then Shift Command G. I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2 times this time. Let's do it once and see if we've got, yep, so just once. Now we have a cube of cubes. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and carve this guy. And remember, you guys who aren't paying attention, who aren't working along, you can get the final product, okay? So I'm going to Command C, click here, go up to the carve symbols layer, Command F. Now, really, do we want to carve this twice? Here's our cube of cubes. Here's our cube of symbols. We only need to carve it once, because we can do our trick. And I could have went Command 0 to zoomed in on this. And I'm just going to do what we do in that video. I'm going to start this out the same way. And I'm just carving out this well-known symbol. Actually, there we go. So now this is our carved symbols, Option Command 0. And so we can copy that, come up to carved cubes, and click here, hit Command F in order to get that there. Break the link to the symbol, and then Shift Command G one time. And now we have our carved cubes, Command Z. Don't try to put things back. That won't work. Okay? Now, you bring Command C, click on Cube Faces, click on Cube Faces, Command F, right in the center. Okay, we want just the faces. Right now, these are cubes, right? I'm going to select all these and ungroup, Shift Command G. Then we can click on one face. Hit Command 0. And now, if you have a different carving where you have only a half of a cube face showing because it's hidden halfway behind another, you have to select those separate from the whole faces. Now, I show you in the movies, or maybe I don't know, under Window Attributes, right here, Window Attributes, and I have attributes out here because by default, this opens up like this. So you have to open it up and then select Show Center. Now, when we select things, you get to see the center. And then I'm going to click and shift click in order to select these faces. And you have to be careful not to move anything. And I'm just selecting faces on one side, and I think things just moved. Command Z. See that? See that? That was an accidental move. You can't let that happen. Okay? Because as soon as these things are out of registration, nothing works. Command G to group that, and then I'm going to select these faces as well, being alert to any movement that might happen. And if you miss a face, it's not a big deal. And the reason I do one face at a time is because otherwise this just gets really confusing. But you use the system that works best for you. Just remember, when you got a half face, it won't work if you select it with the others, because it will move when you group them to the front. Command G, and then now we can shift click and then look really quickly. Look, we missed this face right here. And I'm sure you saw me miss that as I was going through. You were saying, Scotchko, you missed that side too. Okay, well, hey, I got them all now. Command G. Now, what's the point in doing this? I'm going to hit Option Command 0. Hit Command, with these selected, okay, I'm going to hold down Shift and select everything that's not selected and cut it, Command X. Then click on the leftovers layer, artboard, leftovers artboard, leftovers layer, Command F. And then I'm going to hit Command G in order to group those leftovers. Right? So right now we have grouped cube faces and grouped leftovers. Now the combo right here, click on the combo layer, but we're going to have to click back here again because I'm going to select that, Command C. Click up here, make sure I'm back on the combo layer, Command F. Click here, Command C. Click on the combo layer and make sure I'm on combo, Command F. And you know you messed up when you get little dinky two things here and your single disappears. You know you messed up. But right now, here we are. Oh yeah, might as well group our combo, Command G. These two make very interesting patterns, but they're kind of, for more advanced, the reason I find these interesting and useful is a more advanced feature. For right now, we're using this. But you notice this leftover up here? Okay? I want you to understand that all I did for that, if I select this, and I'm going to copy it, then I'm going to come to this notes layer. Because here's where I'm putting things like the names of these layers and my visual notes. I'm going to hit Command V this time just to paste this thing out here in the center of what I'm looking at. And then go over to the reflect tool, not rotate, reflect, and come right to this edge. Make sure, let me zoom in so you can see what's going on. Come right to this edge and option click in order. Remember, preview has to be on. I want to make a copy of it. And then I want to rotate this thing 180 degrees. So we can just go up, Object, Transform, Rotate, and type in 180. Hit Tab, and now we have kind of a different look of what's going on. I'm going to click OK. And this is kind of a bonus feature, Option Command 0, because I've been using this to great effect when I'm making the Photoshop versions of these, the multiple layers. We'll talk more about that. But for right now, here's the finished product, and I'm going to go ahead and make another video for the people who don't pay attention, because I want you to have this if you're not willing to learn how to make this. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Command S right now. So this file is saved, and I can give it to you. All right? So that really wasn't that much work, and it takes a lot less time if you're trying to talk while you're doing it, if you're not trying to talk while you're doing it. All right? So have fun with this, and come up to me if you find better ways to do it, because I don't think I'm there yet.